On this episode of Small Biz 518, we're here at the Shred Foundation in Albany. Danny,
Yes.
Thanks so much for having us at the Shred Foundation.
For coming.
Can you tell us a little bit about the foundation and how it got started?
Sure, we are a nonprofit youth foundation that teaches life skills and provides career pathing through snowboarding. Shred really came about as a kind of a brainchild or like my love letter to snowboarding based upon the things that I wanted to see other organizations that didn't exist. We put it all together, created our own organization, and that's kind of how we got started about 2014. We intentionally created Shred to be a multi-year program where kids come back year after year, they progress to becoming proficient snowboarders. At that point, then we provide them their own gear where they can continue to ride with us and they can take advantage of some of the other career opportunities.
Let's talk about who is the target audience for the Shred Foundation as far as the kids and the youth that you're working with.
The kids that we usually work with are kids who wouldn't have access to the snow. We work with youth in mostly urban areas, BIPOC. We're fortunate to be recognized as one of the few BIPOC-led organizations doing this in this space nationally. So our goal really is to provide that access to youth of color, but also the economically disadvantaged.
In building this organization from scratch, what are some lessons that you've learned that you think are worth sharing?
Well, I mean, I think the biggest lesson is, what we try to impart on our kids. Our motto is fear, fail, flow. And sometimes when I'm teaching them that, it's easy to impart that, but it's sometimes difficult to take your own advice when you're, starting your own business. Basically, keeping that advice that, fear is healthy, and, there's going to be situations where we're going to miss the ball, but to learn from those things and to continue to grow because the end goal is more than worth it.
And can you talk about some success you've had with the Shred Foundation?
Yeah, with us, we've grown rapidly since 2014. And we grew to 60 youth in Newburgh and Poughkeepsie, and now with the addition of Albany this year, we added about another 65, so we're up to about 120 kids.
That's incredible. And you were talking earlier that the Shred Foundation is not just about getting on the slopes and shredding. This is a 12-month program. Can you elaborate a little bit more about the program that you guys offer?
Yeah, so really what we're trying to do, not only eliminate barriers of entry to being on snow, but the barriers of entry into the industry as a whole. We have individuals in the industry who are coming out to teach photography, videography, graphic design. So providing different opportunities for them to get into the industry, to have those pipelines. So it's really about not only providing the winter access, but providing potential careers in doing workforce development to create those avenues.
Can you elaborate a little bit more about the business side and the workforce development side of the Shred Foundation?
We're creating a space that will be a experiential snowboard shop where the kids will be able to learn the retail side with our partners at Evo to create a full working, full service snowboard shop where they'll be able to get hands-on experience of doing that. The snowboarding equipment is very expensive, but the proceeds would come back to the program, but also create jobs for the youth that decide to go that way.
How have you found the 518 community to be helpful?
When we first touched down, it was incredible. And it was such a outpouring of support that it was incumbent upon me, or I really felt like with this support that it made sense for us to call Albany headquarters. The gratitude and the welcoming that we received from the 518 community just was like, this is where we need to be, and this is why we're setting up shop here.
Wow, so that support prompted you to relocate the headquarters to Albany.
Yeah,
wow.
Just being here and having that support and having that team of both paid and non-paid individuals working on our behalf and mentoring the kids and providing the chaperoning and everything, we couldn't do it without them.
How can people in the Capital Region support the Shred Foundation?
You can go to our website, shredfoundation.org. You can follow us on Instagram. It's shredfndn. And just keep an eye out on events that we'll have. Just come out and support.
That wraps it up for this episode of Small Biz 518. For more information and to show your support, visit them online at shredfoundation.org.